Coming up on Jag News, a game that went viral has now taken over South Mountain's campus. The flap over Flappy Bird. And South students take art to a whole new level. The creation you can ride. But first, what the shooting at Chavez means for security here at South.
Coming to you from the broadcast center at South Mountain High School, it's Jag News Now.
Welcome, Jaguar Nation, to this week's edition of Jaguar News. I'm Jose Contreras.
And I'm Leilani Robinson. Last week's shooting at Chavez High School has put a South Mountain School on alert. That's our top story. The Dean of Students at South says the campus is safe, but security is taking extra steps to make sure that nothing is happening. Jaguar News reporter Kimberly Aguilar tells us what's changing.
If you were there last week, you may remember the chaos that broke out at the Chavez gym during a basketball game. Shots were fired in the air. Police call it gang-related.
Man, that was crazy. Everybody got up and they looked to the right of the room, and then somebody ran through the gym, and everybody took off. People was getting stepped on. Some dude tried to roll his way down the bleachers. Man, we got up out of there.
Administrators at South say there's never been a shooting like that here. Dean of Students Michelle Gutierrez says the campus is secure.
I don't know if you've noticed, I go out to 7th Street and Rozier with the security unit, and we assist with security outside of campus in addition to on campus.
However, there will be a slight change in security. You'll have to be wearing your ID or you could face detention.
It's a school policy. Everyone needs to have some type of identification so we can identify who is supposed to be on campus and who isn't.
Ms. Gutierrez also suggests that if you hear or see anything suspicious, make sure to let a teacher or security know. I'm Kimberly Aguilar reporting for Jaguar News.
So far, no one has been arrested in the Chavez shooting case.
The dates have been set for Ames testing. All freshmen, sophomores, and juniors take note. The Ames writing test is set for Monday, February 24th. The Ames reading test will be on Tuesday, February 25th. The Ames math test will be a month later on Tuesday, April 8th. The Ames science test will be Wednesday, April 9th. All sophomores have to test, as do juniors and seniors who haven't made the proficiency requirements. Juniors and seniors who want to try and exceed on Ames writing, reading, and math must sign up with the testing coordinator, Ms. Ramirez, to guarantee test materials.
The ladies' Jag basketball team celebrated homecoming as they defeated Cactus Shadows last Friday night. They blew out the Falcons 57-28, but we'll talk more about that later in sports. As part of homecoming event, the step team performed at halftime and pumped up the crowd. After the game, a small crowd of about 50 people took part in a dance in the new gym. Stugo sponsored the event. The radio department DJ'd the dance. Stugo raised $156 from the dance.
A new craze is flapping its way onto campus. It's a game that you can download onto your cell phone. The name of the game is Flappy Bird. The purpose? To tap a bird through as many tunnels as you can. It's hard to win and it's addictive. As Jaguar News reporter Armida Cepeda finds out, it's also taken away from learning in many South Mountain classrooms.
Here's the problem. Students playing the Flappy Bird game in class. One South teacher had enough.
I was playing it right, so I'm just jumping over pipes and whatnot, and I see the teacher approach me. I had enough time to put my phone away so I wouldn't get caught, but instead of doing that, I decided to beat my high score.
The Flappy Bird app is the most popular download on both App Store and Google Play. It's so hot it's been downloaded 2 to 3 million times a day.
It's fun, addicting, and it's kind of hard.
At South, the craze started last week. Now it's gone from being fun on your own time to a distraction during class time.
When students are winning, it's a great thing. When they're losing, however, it seems that they also lose motivation to persevere in their studies.
Other teachers are also noticing the impact Flappy Bird has on the learning environment. In Mr.Daines' science classes, the number of students playing on their phones has tripled within the last week.
It's probably taking about 5 minutes of my class every day because people are just pulling it out, which is strange because that usually isn't a problem in my class. But it has been last week.
But not all teachers see Flappy Bird as a distraction. Ms. Burkhardt thinks students can gain from the game.
On the other hand, I also think it has a lot of problem-solving skills involved with it, and so I think it's a good thing to learn from.
So while some teachers do see Flappy Bird as a learning tool, others see it as disruptive. In the student handbook, anytime you use technology in a classroom, you're breaking school policy. So you can play Flappy Bird, but it's best you do it on your own time. I'm Rene for Jaguar News.
Jaguar News took a look into an exclusive event that only ROTC cadets and their dates get to go to. The military ball is not your average dance. Some say it's better than prom. All 16 high schools in the Phoenix Union District take part. There were more than 700 people attending. The event starts with seniors walking in and honoring those who have died in combat. Then the cadets ate a 3-course meal that consists of salad, sirloin steak, and chocolate cake for dessert. After the king and queen's court, the dancing and picture taking began.
The South Mountain musical production is coming up, and students are already helping build the set. The plan is to set up the stage to look like a jungle. They are already working on building a treehouse and putting up vines to set the theme of the jungle. They rehearse every day from 4 to 7, which includes working on singing, dancing, and acting.
What's it like to be number 1 in your class? Jaguar News reporter Amanda Salome talked to 2 students who made it to the top of their class. See what they did to be number 1.
Right now, Mackenzie Wade is number 1 in the senior class. How does she feel about being number 1?
I don't care for or desire the notoriety that comes along with it. I just wanted the scholarships that come along.
Mackenzie has straight A's. She completely devotes herself to school and has no plans of dropping out of the top spot.
I would recommend to others who are trying to obtain the position as number 1 to not just toss aside everything that your parents and adults and teachers tell you.
Junior Rafael Lopez is ranked number 1 in the junior class, although he has a different story. He manages school, a job, and plays baseball, all the while keeping straight A's.
It feels nice knowing that your hard work pays off, but also you got to remember that good grades aren't everything because you also need to balance it out with the activities that you do.
It's no surprise both of these students plan on going to college and already have academic scholarships. I'm Amanda Salome reporting for Jaguar News.
Just ahead on Jaguar News, students create art you can ride. The prestigious place they showed off their work.
And South Boys basketball team ruled on senior night. Watch how Jaguars blasted off Moon Valley. Next.
My big brother always told me not to follow the crowd. He said, don't make dumb decisions, to be the person that I want to be. The thing is, I want to be just like him.
When you drink, you don't just drown yourself. Stop underage drinking. The boys basketball team picked up a couple wins this week. The first one coming against Seton Catholic, 50-44 on Monday. After 4 years, it was the final time the boys basketball seniors would take the court at South. Before the game, the boys and their parents were acknowledged as they walked across the court. Then, each senior on the team was given their very own customized art piece with a basketball charm on it thanks to Miss Lori Shelton. It was then time for the boys to get pumped up and ready for the game. Tuesday night was an exciting game as well. And boy, oh boy, was it a night to remember. Our boys got a hold of the lead early in the game. Here, Anthony Gibson intercepts the pass for the breakaway. Woo! That sweet one-handed dunk. That was so nice, we'll see it twice. Run it again, run it again. And wham! Defense was key for this game. Here's Zeigler chasing down the Moon Valley guard and get that out of here. South rolled out with a 58-49 win. They are now 9-4 and looking to advance to the playoffs. Last Friday night, the Lady Jags went to town on the Falcons, beating them 57-28. The Lady started out with intensity and finished with it as well. Here's the Gia Pack with the steal and in for the layup. Monday night, the Lady Jags went up against the number 1 team in the division, the Seton Catholic Centennials. The Lady Jags won 45-42. South Mountain Lady Jaguars are now the number 1 team in the division, not to mention undefeated still. Congratulations to the girls.
Thanks, Xavyer. Our visual arts magnet is known for its unique sculptures, but recently students created art that you can ride. Art in Motion was a public gallery on display in the Scottsdale Museum of Contemporary Art that was funded entirely by companies like Wells Fargo and Macy's. Magnet students created artistic and rideable sculptures out of bikes and other items that represented the theme of motion.
It's a great experience, you know, having built the bikes, having worked with other people to build these bikes. Yeah, it was a major headache at times, and sometimes it was just fun.
The program hopes to have future exhibits on display this year.
That's it for this week's edition of Jaguar News. Make sure to tune in next week as we bring you the story of how some students got their first solo flight.
We leave you with highlights of Tuesday night's thrilling game. Goodbye.